Hello guys, welcome to the new video. In this video I want to talk about the Google Photos and the new paid and free features that you can find. It's a little bit tricky to find these features. I learned a lot also doing this video. Google Photos is one of my favorite applications that I use also, so that was also for me important to know what are exactly these free and paid features, especially what is the difference in the Pixel and non-Pixel devices, and how is it part of this Google One subscription. So I prepared some points here that I will talk today. First, I will talk about Google One subscription, as Google Photos itself doesn't have any subscription. It's part of this Google One subscription. Then I will talk shortly about this web and Android app, a little bit how the differences is. Then I will talk about the free and paid features on Pixel and non-Pixel devices exactly, because I was able to check it and see exactly the differences using the Lenovo Chromebook Duet and also my Pixel phone. Then I will talk about some interesting free tools that you can use on Google Photos, which is one of my favorite applications. So hope you guys will enjoy this video, and don't forget also to subscribe. So let's get started with the first point, which is the Google One subscription. If you don't have any subscription from the Google One, from the cloud storage, you will get 15 GB of free storage. This is also important to understand how the Google Photos works. That's why I included in this video. In this account that I have here, I don't have any subscription. So as you guys see, I have 15 GB of free storage. And I have also a possibility to compare it with the paid or the subscription account that I have. So also that helps me also to show you guys what kind of features you can see in Google Photos exactly. So if you come here and click on the subscription here, you can see different subscription here. You have also 100 GB just for €2 per month, and then you have 200 GB here. With the 200 GB, you can see that you get like the cloud storage, and you get also the add family. You can share this storage with your family, and also you get 3% like Google credit, like Google Store credits that you can use in Google Store. But Google is adding more and more options and features to this Google One subscription, and one of these recent is this Google Photos editing feature. In the past, also you can do it now till June 2021, you're able to upload high quality images without any limit on your Android devices if you use the Google Photos. But after June 2021, you will not be able to use this unlimited storage. If you don't know, in the Google Photos, you have the options to upload these high quality images, and also you can choose original quality. Obviously, when you choose the original quality, then usually the 15 GB that you have here is not that much. After some time you run out of storage, then you need to go to one of these subscriptions here, which I also have in my paid account. So that's the first point here about this Google, and also one subscription, and which this Google's photo editing feature is also now part of this subscription. Let me talk now about the web and Android application. In the web application, if I have it open here, you can obviously upload some files there. I can make it also English, so I translated it will be also easier for you guys to follow. Now you can upload it. You can upload the files, and similarly you can see your photos that are in cloud, and also you can have your favorites, albums, and everything else. But one of the main differences with the Google Photos application, which I will open now, this is the application, Android application, which you can install also in the Chromebooks, which I have here. In this case, you can get some kind of recent highlights, like automatically created by Google. But most importantly, you have this on device that it will show all of the pictures on your device, and it works perfectly with the Chromebooks, I would say. And here you can just go inside and sync them with your cloud storage. You can see with the icon here, it's not synced. So if you go inside, you can, from top there, you can activate it. Now I did this for this Pix album here, so that's why all of the pictures inside of this are now uploaded to the cloud, as you guys can see it here. And one more important thing that I found is about the editing features between the Android app and the web application. If you go to the web application, which I am here now in the Chrome, if I go to one picture here, if I want to edit something, I can click it. It's the same procedure. Yeah, if you use in the Android phones, in the Android application, the whole UI will look similar. And you have here really limited options. You have some filters that you can use, like there's like automatic correction here that you can use, and there are other filters. But in general, there is no, like, let's say this computational photography that Google is famous for in the web application. So if I come in the Android application, in the same picture, if I go to the editing option here, this is also not paid account, so remember that. You will not see some of the features, which I will talk later about that. And in this picture, you can see you have like more options to enhance, to improve the picture quality, and you have also warm tone and also cool tone here. And if you go to the adjust, then you have so many options to play around with your picture and edit the pictures. So that's also a more important thing about difference between the web and Android application. In Android application, you can do much more editing, and you can easily upload the files from your folders, so it can automatically detect it, and then you can store it in your cloud. In the Windows or Mac, you need to download this Google Drive and the backup and sync with Google application. There you need to go to decide which folder you want to share with the Google Photos, and then you can upload this folder and all the pictures inside to the cloud. So in the Chromebooks, it's much easier to do that. So now let's talk about the most important part of this video, these free and paid features on Pixel and non-Pixel devices. First, I have to again repeat this about this unlimited storage for high quality images. It will end in June 2021. So after this time, you're not able to store like high quality images unlimited. So you need to pay, or you can use just this free storage option, which is 15 GB. If you have it before this time, then it will not count. So if you upload your pictures now, then you will not have this problem after June 2021. So also keep that in mind. So if you want to use this opportunity to upload high quality images, do it before June 2021, then it will not count as your 15 GB free storage. Now I want to talk about these paid features on non-Pixel devices and also Pixel devices, and also this free editing features. This is the most important part of this video, and here I will show some pictures and I will show the differences in paid account and not paid account. I will show it on non-Pixel devices, and in the Pixel devices in general, you get all of the features if you even don't pay for it. That I will show also with some samples from my phone, so you can see the differences between the settings there. But luckily in this Lenovo Chromebook Duet, in the Android application, you can clearly see which features are paid, which features are free. I cannot see that on my Pixel phone. That's why also it's good to show it with the Lenovo Chromebook Duet here. So I will use also two accounts, as I said, the paid one, so to compare that. So let's get it started. This picture is taken with Pixel phone. That's also really important, which I will talk about the differences later. And this is my paid account. So you can clearly see which features you will get using this paid account. If I come here in the picture, go to the settings, you can do that also in your phones. It's the same thing. And you can see it clearly with the One option. This is for the Google One subscription. You can see all of the features that you get using this Google One subscription. One of them is this dynamic editing feature, which when I click on that, you can see also this ad just gets like blue. When I click on that, it exactly shows which options are now activated. And when you activate the dynamic one, the HDR also gets activated, which is also a paid feature here. And you can also play with this HDR here. For me, sometimes I like this dynamic option, sometimes not. And in this case, I don't like it because it gets too bright. I prefer this enhanced option, which is actually free option actually. Then you have some other options here, which are vivid, luminous, radiant, inter-airy, and afterglow. And Stromy, it just plays with a little bit like usually you get these options when the picture is taken outside or you see a sky and the clouds in the picture, then you can use these options. But usually I don't use them because I don't like that much these options, except for one case, which I will show that also, which works perfectly actually using these options and these filters here. So in this picture, we can only get this dynamic one, which also activates this HDR option here, which are the part of this paid feature. But the rest of these, they're all free features, which all you can get without even getting the Google One subscription. This is an old picture. That's also part of this video that I want to show. If you get the old picture, will you get these features or not? And if you go to the setting in this old picture, which is taken, I think, with iPhone 5s or iPhone 6, I'm not sure. And you can see again, you get this dynamic and this like ambient or sky filters here that you can also use. But in generally, I like usually the dynamic one or enhanced one. Here, I like the dynamic one, which makes the like color a little bit more warm, let's say. Again, in the adjust, you can see that HDR is also got. So in this picture, which is also taken with a Pixel phone, I wanted to show that this editing option here with this ambient one, this was the case that it worked perfectly. And I realized when you can see the sun or like sunset, let's say, or sunshine, you can use these filters and the images gets much better. I can show it to you guys also with the changing the color. Now it gets a more strong red kinda like with the sunset and sunrise that you can see that. But clearly these filters now make sense. Also this afterglow, you can exactly see exactly in the picture that I'm looking at it. So for me, I can say that these filters works when you have the sunset and sunrise options and the sun is maybe clearly visible, then they produce a much pleasant like images, these editing features. Beside that, for me, when you have a cloudy weather, this doesn't give a good results in general. Again, you can use the dynamic one here. As you guys can see now, the greens are getting more like saturated here, which comes from, again, from the HDR here, which gets activated. Here I have a portrait image. As you can see, also the background is blurry here. And this is also taken again with a Pixel phone, this image. And in the icon that I have, you guys can see that the dynamic option is with a paid subscription, but you guys can see the color pop here is not paid subscription. That means that with this image, also you can do editing using this color pop here, because it is a new picture with this date, like a depth data or depth map. And because of that, you get this free tool to use this color pop. I will show later in another picture, which is taken with an older device, where this color pop feature will be also part of Google One subscription. Here again, if you go to the adjust, you have some more options because of this portrait image. In general, you get these options, and you have the blur option. Also, you can change where you want to have the blur, for example. Now the cat in this image is a little bit more blur. If I click on the cat, then the cat will be the focus and the background will be blurry. Again, you can do that with the depths, and also with the color focus, you can also change where you want to have this color pop. Again, in the beginning we had that. 1 second, if I go here, if I click on the color pop, again, this adjust gets activated, and here this color focus is changed. And you can also change that here. But in this picture, you guys can see it doesn't work properly. Usually it works better if you have a clear object. In this case, it cannot find a clear object. This is also another picture which is taken with Pixel 3a. And here also you have the portrait mode. If you go to the settings here, you have again the color pop option because it's taken with a recent device with this depth map. So this is also not part of the Google One subscription, this color pop feature. But here I want to show you guys, if you go to adjust, you can also do some cool stuff. If you go to the color focus here, you can maybe decrease a little bit the color focus and give the front a little bit more vibrant color, and in the back you can make it a little bit more like darker, so which looks a little bit, in my idea, cool. But in general, the color pop doesn't work also that much proper here because it cannot detect a clear object. So now let's continue with the portrait image, which is taken with an older device. So this picture doesn't have this like depth map. And you can clearly see that if you go to the settings here in the non-Pixel device, which is this Lenovo Chromebook Duet, you will see that the color pop here is part of the Google One subscription. So in the previous images, you saw that this was not part of the Google One subscription because those images were taken with Pixel phones and the recent devices with this depth map. You also get this portrait additional here, which is also part of the Google One subscription. And when you click on that, it will automatically adjust light here, portrait light, which is part of the paid subscription again. This portrait light doesn't matter if you use the older picture or the newer picture. In non-Pixel devices, it is always paid feature. And again, you see this blur and color focus. Again, here are part of the Google One subscription or this paid feature. Because again, this picture is old and this doesn't have this map, and Google used the computational photography to bring this blur and color focus into this picture. And that's why they consider it to be as a paid feature. For the last picture, I have this portrait image here. And this picture has the depth map or this depth data. So when you go to the settings, you can see that the color pop and also this blur, depth, color focus, they're not part of Google One subscription, and you can use that also in the free account without paying for Google One. Again, the portrait light, as you guys can see here, it is part of the paid subscription. And this portrait option also, so it doesn't matter if you have older images or new images, as long as it is not a Pixel device, you cannot use this feature. I am now in my account where I don't have this subscription for Google One. And here, if you guys go to the settings, this is an old picture. You guys can see that you don't see these options that exist for editing using this Google One subscription. I don't know why Google decided to just completely remove it. Maybe just putting them and putting a lock on it to show that this you have to pay. Maybe they could make more money, I don't know. But here you don't see that these options exist. So you just have these filters that are like free features that you can use. It's the same thing with other pictures. Also, if I come to, for example, this image here, if I go to editing, you will not see any of this like cloud or sky filters, and also this dynamic filter or the portrait we will not see also. And in the older devices, older pictures, you cannot also do this color pop and also this blur and depth effects. So let me sum up about the conclusion of this third part. The Pixel devices, even if you don't pay for this Google One subscription, you can do all of the editing. That's not a problem, so you will not have any issues. This is just concerning the people who doesn't have the Pixel phones, and if they don't have these paid features, like paid subscription, then they can see that which features are they missing. So they will not have this dynamic autocorrection, they will not have this portrait autocorrection or this portrait light, they will not be able to use this color pop, blur, depth, and color focus with the pictures that they don't have this depth map. And they just can use these free features, this enhanced autocorrection and the filters that has, and some other features that you can find. And for the pictures that they have this depth map, you can still use this color pop, blur, and depth and color focus features. So it's also important which kind of image you are trying to edit, if does it include this depth map or not. In the last part of the video, I want to talk about some free tools that you can use. These tools, you don't need to pay for this Google One, so you can use it also. I will show that also with the photos here. The first thing I want to show also is this nice, cool cropping features that you can get. This is like a puzzle. You can see that the picture is crooked. You get this crop and adjust automatically from Google. And when you click on that, you get like automatically this crop option. And when you click done, then it will be perfect. It looks really nice, and it does it automatically without you doing anything. So you can just save a copy. That was the first feature that I wanted to show. Next feature is this, I need to go back here one more time here. This recent highlights. Google automatically makes this recent highlight. This was a picture that was included, and Google, like this computational photography, find some pictures and give some highlights, and here you can see the colors are really saturated, and if you want, you can also save this picture. And another feature that you guys can find is in utilities. If you go there, you can make animations. This makes, if you have some images like you take from moving objects, like multiple images, then you can use this to make animation. In this case, it would not make that much sense with these pictures that I selected here, but it will give you guys an idea how it will look like. So now you guys can see these all pictures will be played after each other, and you can make also cool images, like cool animation using this feature. And this will be saved also here. And you can see with the icon top there that this is an animation. And another one is this collage here. You can go there, and I will select it. You can select up to 9 pictures. I will just select 2 here. You can make create, and it will create a collage which are next to each other. It will be good that in future Google allow that you can do more like different styles here with the collage, but right now it does it automatically. And if you go to the settings, you guys can also get the similar features with this like a single normal picture. So you can do for the whole like pictures the same filters and same enhancement here. And again, with the if you have the paid option, then you get more features here. And another thing is also to make a movie. You can also go to the movie and create a new movie. Then again, you have to select some pictures and then click on the quick create. Then you will have some small video created, which you guys also can see. Also here it's playing. There's also the music here in the background, which also you can also edit, as you guys can see, from my music or team music or no music at all. You can also select another feature. I can showcase it with this image here, which is also a live image. So if I click on the play here, you guys can see that this is a live image. There are multiple images that are taken with a Pixel phone here. And in the Android phones, you guys just need to swipe up, but here I just need to click in the info here. Then I will see this different shots in this photo, and I can select between these shots. And if I like any of these shots, I can then save a copy. But usually the one that is original has this like enhancement using this computational photography. If I save another images, they're not that sharp in general. So the quality a little bit is decreased. Even the one that is recommended, it doesn't have a good quality here compared to the original one. If you guys can see the differences here, although this is recommended, but the picture is not that sharp. But sometimes it's better, so it depends on the condition. Like this cat is moving here, so that makes it a little bit blurry, the images. Another cool thing that you can do with these images, which are live, you can go to the settings here, and you can try to export these. And you can export these as video or GIF images. In this one, I will click as GIF and click export, and I will allow it. So now it will create a GIF using this live images. Now I can find it hopefully somewhere. Here, there we have it. Now you guys can see it. This is a GIF that you can also send through the social network applications to your friends, which I think is a really nice feature. Sometimes I use it. It makes funny GIFs and funny videos. So in general, that was all the topics that I had in mind about this Google Photos paid and free features and this Google One subscription, about the pixel and non-pixel devices, how it works, and about this older images without this depth map or with depth map, and some free tools that I showed in the Google Photos. So I believe that Google will increase this editing features for this paid subscription. So we will see what happens in future. If there will be some updates, I will let you guys know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and hope to see you guys in the next one.